same way a pepperoni is one part of pizza, Duo does a lot more. It does all this, which means that you can do all this for your customers through the Duo MSP program. Duo makes adding an access management offering to your tech stack easy. Easy to buy, easy to manage, and easy to grow. And since that's a lot of easies, let's break it down. You can start offering Duo with no minimums or fees. Our pay-as-you-go model bills at the end of the month based on the number of users, and you can start protecting your customers' environments within minutes. The Duo MSP program helps you serve your customers efficiently on your own or alongside a dedicated partner manager from a world-class support team. Our UI lets you view all your customer accounts through a single management console, set parameters for admin access, and verify help desk callers in one step with a Duo push. Our partner program is designed to match your level of customer with a pricing model that lets you see faster gains in marketing and sales materials that will have customers smashing that subscribe button. In less than 10 years, we've grown to almost 20,000 MSP partners. So check below to learn how to become a partner today and see how we can help grow your business too through the Cisco Duo MSP program.
the years, MFAs become necessary defense for any cybersecurity strategy. By requiring multiple factors to be confirmed before permitting access, multi-factor authentication protects your applications, your data, your resources, and helps to ensure that only authorized users can log into your organization's networks. If your organization has an internal mandate to use multi-factor authentication, or needs to meet any industry compliance requirements, such as PCI DSS, HIPAA, or even just cyber liability insurance, an MFA is definitely got to be a great freedom. And as we all know, times change, and what solved our challenges in the past doesn't necessarily work today, at least not in the same way. So we've seen the threat landscape change, and as a result, attacks have evolved. As multi-factor authentication has become more commonplace, hackers are now getting used to that, and we need to push to the next level. So here are two statistics that illustrate how attacks that result in breaches have changed to focus more on users and their identities. The emergence of new threat types, such as push fatigue, social engineering, adversary in the middle, session token theft, spear phishing, applications reliance on passwords. There's also risk-based authentication, which assesses risk signal at every single login and adjusts the authentication factor to meet that corresponding level of risk. There are access policies that adapt to changing context based on the users and their devices, so you have greater control over who has access to what. And there are identity visibility tools that provide insight into users and devices accessing resources on your network. These new improvements, in addition to senior security, all serve the same purpose, which is to fend off even the most sophisticated attacks. The point of all of this is that basic multi-factor authentication solutions are no longer enough. To stay ahead, your MFA solution also has to evolve. The challenge you face is that there are many different MFA options out there to choose from, and not all of them are built the same. Some vendors only provide the bare minimum needed for big compliance departments, and often include hidden costs required for the deployment, operation, and maintenance. Many traditional solutions are clunky, error-prone, and require extensive user training or support, which ends up showing as a bill in your organization for the help desk, costing your employees time and productivity. Security tools can be a trade-off between efficacy and employee efficiency, and a smooth end-user experience is a necessary consideration. Whether you've got MFA in place today or you're looking to add it, there are 5 key criteria that you should evaluate for any multi-factor authentication solution. To take you through those 5 criteria, I'm going to hand it back to Scott.
All right, thank you very much, Joe. So as Joe said, we're going to talk now about those 5 key criteria we want to evaluate any MFA solution. The first criteria on our list is security impact. The most critical security aspects of an authentication solution are, number 1, how effective is it against threats that are related to credential theft or account taking? And then number 2, its underlying security and reliability. The primary goal is to reduce the risk of a breach to your organization, and the solution is easily bypassed or it doesn't provide comprehensive protection that's able to keep up with and respond to new and changing threats, then the reality is it's really not worth implementing. So here's an interesting statistic from Duo Trusted Access Report. On average, over 40% of accounts do not use strong forms of MFA. Now, some examples of strong MFA factors are push notification with number matching, a security key like a UBIT, and biometrics, so facial recognition or using What this means is there are a lot of organizations out there that are using weaker forms of MFA authentication factors, such as an SMS text or a telephone call. And we don't consider these to be very secure because they can be easily intercepted. When it comes to security, what should you look for in a solution? So I've listed 7 capabilities on the right-hand side of your screen that a modern interface solution should provide. Let's look at those in a little bit more depth. The first one is application protection through single sign-on. SSO provides secure access to multiple approved applications using a single login. And they're offered this work is twice for work. So you're going to want to consider how compatible they are with your UI environment. Can they use their own devices to complete authentication? If your organization
organization supports multiple operating systems, so you have a hybrid environment. You're not just allowing, say, being a Windows shop on Windows devices. You've also got Mac OS devices. What about Linux? What about Chrome OS? So if you do have a hybrid, be sure that your MFA solution supports this too. Next, you want to ensure that your MFA solution comes with detailed logs about your users' activities so that you can create custom reports. They tend to be very ideal for security analysis, and hopefully this doesn't occur, but in case you need to talk to a compliance audit. And if you're armed with details about jailbroken and rooted status for the devices, the patch levels that are on those devices, browsers that are used, and more information, you're also able to take action to prevent opening up your network to known vulnerabilities. And then we talked a little bit about compliance. So again, compliance is an issue that every organization has. It doesn't matter if it's internal mandates, it's also probably some industry requirements. And in a lot of cases, it's actually both. If you can deal with any type of sensitive data, for instance, maybe you've got PII, personally identifiable information, in the healthcare industry, and you know that you have PHI, which is protected health information. Pretty much all of us have to deal with customer payment, so PCI, for instance. Then you need to ensure that your two-factor authentication solution can meet any compliance regulation requirements. Our next criteria to evaluate is one that I think is everybody's favorite concept. Hey, this all sounds great, but tell me, what's this going to cost me? Right? We all want to know what we're going to have to pay. So, this is where total cost of ownership comes in. Right? And it includes all the direct and indirect costs through a product. For an MFA solution, this can include things like hidden costs, such as upfront capital. I really like to lease your car, and this is what it costs me on a monthly basis. But I didn't realize that I was going to have to pay $5,000 upfront at the time of signing. So you might have to pay upfront capital. What about licensing fees? Then there's technical support, staff maintenance, and there are other unforeseen expenses over time. You might have to pay for professional services and ongoing operation and administration costs. So a lot of different things go into total cost of ownership. No one likes a financial surprise that's going to cost them more money. We like it when we get money, but this isn't Monopoly, right? Where you go into community check and say, hey, you just got $200, right? Those are good surprises, but the bad ones we don't want. So I'll talk to you about this. This is going to be first time spent implementing, walk through, and likely implementation scenarios, so you should estimate if you can do it. So what are management? Because this is going to really lower your
into their variegated identity. Is authenticated. So if the context changes when a trusted user is attempting to log in, for example, maybe this login is coming from a new location, you might be working at a coffee shop, you might be traveling, or this could be an attack. The user might have a new smartphone or laptop. Duo can respond dynamically to all of these signals with a more secure authentication method based on the potential risk level. Allow access further. While FIDO2-based phishing-resistant passwordless is an ideal state for all organizations to use, Duo meets organizations at their level of need so we can enable SMS texts. For example, you can use a smartphone, you can use a landline, like in your office or home phone, tablet, hardware token. Authentication methods include both push, biometrics,